In 2006, the European Union launched the Euro-Laminopathies Medical Research Programme, coordinated by the University of Medicine in Vienna, Austria. Laminopathies are rare genetic diseases with terrible consequences. They can cause muscular or bone problems, or even give rise to progeria, or infantile premature aging, which causes the death of affected children around the age of 12.
Euro-Laminopathies program has the major aim to identify the molecular mechanisms that cause this disease, because we know there is one gene that is mutated in the diseases, but we do not know how a single mutation in a gene can cause these different types of diseases.
Researchers and doctors from 8 European countries are working on the project. The Viennese team is working at the molecular and cellular level to understand how the mutation of a single gene responsible for the fabrication of cell membranes can have such varied effects on so many types of tissue. The team has recently obtained some important results.
Our experiments strongly indicate that there are defects in stem cells in the patients. If we can pinpoint these defects more clearly, the molecular mechanisms, then this also gives more hope for treating the patients with additional drugs that we were not thinking of before.
To evaluate possible treatments for these still poorly understood diseases, tissue samples and clinical trials are essential. In Marseille, France, Professor Levy's team works with young patients who suffer from progeria. This terrible disease has no known cure. In 2003, Professor Levy's team found the gene responsible for laminopathies. Today, their tests on a new molecular combination, already successfully tested on mice, are giving promising results.
Bone was rescued, the longevity was increased almost twice, skin was rescued as well, and the cardiovascular aspects probably were also rescued since the longevity was increased. So we finally decided that we had pertinent results to go towards a clinical therapeutic trial.
15 patients suffering from progeria, nearly half of all sufferers in Europe, will come from 8 different countries to be treated in Marseille in clinical trials.
What we expect from this trial is not to cure the disease. It will really not be realistic to imagine to cure the disease with a pharmacological approach, essentially in patients who are already terribly affected with the disease process. But what we can expect sincerely is to slow down the disease course, to increase the life expectancy in better life conditions.
Genetic research could lead to the development of even more efficient treatments. It's a complex problem, but there's a real hope that great progress will be made in the battle against these diseases in the next decade or so.